saying, call this number, that number, early voting, late voting. We should have one-day voting with paper ballots, voter ID, and proof of citizenship. Yes, I'm a United States. You have no idea who the hell you're talking to. We will build a missile defense shield, all made in the USA, wrapped around our country.
And the crowds are leaving. Again, Donald Trump is speaking in these tiny venues, and we see these venues emptying out right away. You see it right there. This speech was in Macon, Georgia. As unhinged as ever, Donald Trump says he will give our missile defense system to Herschel Walker to run. Play this clip.
We will build a missile defense shield, all made in the USA, wrapped around our country to defend ourselves and our country. It's all going to be made in the United States, and a lot of it in your great state. We'll put Herschel Walker in charge of that little sucker, okay? And we're going to do that. It's so important. It's our technology. I know a lot of people say it's our technology.
Then in this disastrous speech in Macon, Georgia, Donald Trump says he will give RFK Jr. women's health to run and virtually everything else. Here, play this clip.
And I told a great guy, RFK Jr., Bobby, I said, Bobby, you work on women's health, you work on health, you work on what we eat, you work on pesticides, you work on everything.
And Donald Trump and RFK said that they would ban all vaccines, ban fluoride in water, and they would intervene in medical decisions that are made by doctors. Then Donald Trump says that Elon Musk needs to be protected and we need to protect people like him. Play this clip.
Elon Musk, and he gave me the greatest endorsement ever. I mean, how good is it to get his? Because we like intelligent people. We got to protect our brilliant people. We don't have too many of them.
In contrast, let me show you what's going on in East Lansing, where Vice President Kamala Harris is speaking in Michigan. Can you feel the momentum here? Can you feel the difference? Play this clip.
So Michigan, 2 days to go. You ready? In one of the most consequential elections of our lifetime, and we have momentum. It is on our side. Can you feel it? And we have the momentum because our campaign is tapping into the ambitions, the aspirations, and the dreams of the American people. Because we are optimistic and excited about what we can do together.
Contrast that to Donald Trump's speech in Macon, Georgia, where he's talking about bringing America back to 1798. He says things were better and tougher in 1798. That's where he wants to bring the country, he says. Play this clip.
I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. Can you imagine? That's when they ran it a little tougher. They weren't so politically correct in 1798. To target and dismantle every migrant criminal network operating on American soil.
You can see the young women behind Donald Trump who were kind of put there by the campaign. They're struggling to get through this. Here, play this clip.
Think of what they did. 818,000 fake. And then last week they had to revise the figures from the previous month, 112,000. So that's almost 1 million fake jobs. I call them fraudulent. Fake isn't strong enough.
Donald Trump then talks about beautiful 16-year-old girls getting sliced up by knives. This is what he's talking about. Here, play this clip.
Gangs like MS-13, equally violent, they like using knives to cut people up because knives are much more painful than a bullet. They did it in Long Island. You remember 2 young girls walking to school in the morning, beautiful 16-year-old girls. And they were grabbed by MS-13 and they were sliced into pieces and killed. And all I can say, it's really good that we have great law enforcement out there and that we were able to call ICE. Because
Donald Trump says a second term by him would be nastiness, he says. Here, play this clip.
And it'll be nasty a little bit at times, and maybe at the beginning in particular, but it's going to be something that
Then Donald Trump says that he was told, "Sir, you are the greatest ever. You are better than Lincoln and George Washington, sir." Again, this is all he talks about. It's just this ranting and raving and rambling about himself. That's why you see these tiny crowds to begin with. He can't fill up big stadiums, and that's why people are leaving. What in the world is he even talking about? Here, play this clip.
They said he's the greatest president in the history of our country. I said, does that include Lincoln, Washington? And yes, sir. But then I told the story, but then one of the guys got up and he's 37 years old. He said, he's the greatest president in my lifetime. I didn't like that. He was 37 years. I like the other one much better. The greatest ever.
And before Donald Trump spoke, you had Marco Rubio in Macon, Georgia, and he attacked SNL. And so him and the Trump campaign are saying SNL, Saturday Night Live, is trying to rig the election. That's what they're whining about. Here, play this clip.
10 days. This is nothing but a full-scale effort to do everything you possibly can at virtually every major media outlet in America to depress and suppress Republican votes and Trump voters, and to undermine and prevent Donald Trump from being elected. I've never seen anything like it. It's a full-scale assault. Even yesterday, Kamala Harris was apparently on an airplane headed to Michigan. They called her, "Do you want to be on Saturday Night Live?" And they made a U-turn, apparently left a bunch of people stranded, waiting for, I don't know how many people went to a rally anyway. She probably told them Beyonce was going to be there, so they all showed up, and then, did a U-turn and went to Saturday Night Live, by the way, in violation of the law. But my only hope was, I hope she laughed on Saturday Night Live in front of millions of people, just to heard her laughing for a few minutes, because that's probably worth 2 to 3 million votes right there. But
before that, you had Sarah Huckabee Sanders, the governor of Arkansas, hard to even say that, calls Donald Trump Donald Cum. Play this clip.
The reason I know how much Donald Trump loves this country.
Then you have Herschel Walker refer to Donald Trump as Donald Trump Jr. and Jonald J. Jump. Play the clip.
And it is time for it to stop. And it stopped on Tuesday when we get to the polls and we vote for my friend and your friend, Donald Trump Jr. Donald Trump, Donald J. Trump.
Back to Donald Trump's unhinged speech in Macon, Georgia. Donald Trump continues to be obsessed with President Biden. Here's what he has to say. Play this clip.
You think Biden thought about that? He can't figure out how the hell he goes up to bed. And
can't say the word agriculture. Play the clip.
Agriculture commissioner.
Can't say the word criminals. Play the clip.
And unleashed an army of gangs and criminal migrants.
Here, Donald Trump starts talking about Michelle Obama and gets distracted and can't finish his thought. Play the clip.
And a terrible thing happened 2 days ago. I've always treated his beautiful wife, Michelle, I've always treated her with great respect. But she hit me hard over the last. What was that, front row Joes? Look at the front row Joes. They've been to like 300 rallies. And this, by the way, look at this thing. 25,000 people standing outside. Look at it, to the back window. You know it's full when you have the back window and people are hanging out the window. Be careful, too. But this isn't a rally. You know what this is? This is a request to tell everybody just to go, please, just go and vote on Tuesday.
Donald Trump says something about whistleblower, something. He can't even say a sentence. Here, play this clip. Can't even put a sentence together. Play it.
All of you people wouldn't have a chance to see before you pull the lever on Tuesday, but a whistleblower released the information on the 800,000 jobs plus. The whistleblower said, there were not 800,000 and 18,000. You add them up, and then you add 100, and think of it, 112,000 jobs.
Then he attacks the transgender community. That's his pivot. Here, play this clip.
Same with transgender. They want to do things that they shouldn't be doing. It's terrible. And, oftentimes when it's done, that person that it was done to, 10 years later said, who did this to me? Who did this to me? How sad is that? Little children, they take them without parental consent. Can you believe it? It's not even possible to believe. Oh, we're going to change it all around, and the people because you know what? We're the party of common sense. We're the party of common sense.
Folks, I guess here's my message to you. Share this video with people. Let people know what's up, and let them know the stakes here. Let me just show you what Vice President Kamala Harris said to the crowd. She asked people if they're registered to vote. Watch this.
I want to tell you something. I'm going to vote for us. Great. Any chance you are registered in Pennsylvania? Nope, I am not. Well, it was worth a shot. And live from New York, it's Saturday!
I want to make sure that you tell people, not only are you registered to vote, but have you already voted? Make sure you get out the word to people to vote. You could be the difference in this election, and I think it's important that you show this to people. Try to send this video to as many people as you can in your life. And again, I've showed you show them the other videos too. All these videos, they're getting millions of views. Share them with people. Let them know what's up. Show them the danger. Show them the threat. Be the change that you want. I know you can do this. We're in this together. It's going to feel very good on Wednesday when democracy wins. So let's just work super hard. I need your help though, okay? Thank you. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 4 million subscribers.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.